Hello Yogi Bears and welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I've recorded a yoga video, so thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day one, so we are day one of Yogatober 2025. So we're going to start with a haunted grounding flow for a fresh start. So I have my notes here so I don't get too distracted, hopefully. And we're just going to gently kind of dive in together. So you might want to have a bolster for this practice at the end, or you could also use a blanket rolled up. You could use some towels rolled up or a cushion or a pillow. And you might want a blanket or something snuggly right at the end for Shavasana. And without further ado, because I promised myself I'd try and keep these as close to 15 minutes as possible, let's arrive together. So we're going to start seated. And we are going to start with seated on the ground with legs crossed. You could sit on a chair if that's more available. You could have your legs out straight in front of you if that's more comfortable. So just taking your time, landing today. And we're just going to allow our waist and hips and buttocks all the way down to the legs to get nice and heavy and grounded into the earth, into our mats. And then we're just going to draw up nice and tall along the spine. Maybe just roll the shoulders back a few times. Maybe have a little stretch in the neck and the mouth. I'm filming this on my lunch break today, so I've been sat at the desk and it just feels really good to have a little bit of a awareness and a stretch. And we're just going to allow the palms to come to the knees or just wherever they kind of naturally fall. You can flip them open or you can have them down. I find down is a little bit more grounding. Up is a bit more receptive, so whatever feels best. And just soften your gaze or close your eyes. Just take a breath or two here. It's also the first time recording with a mic that I got at Christmas last year. So I hope, I feel very aware of like swallowing or speaking or moving. So I hope it works well. Okay, and I want you to just imagine in your mind's eye a beautiful, huge castle up ahead and all of this fog swirling with the mist around it. Yeah, we're getting into spooky season. Beautiful. You can keep the eyes closed or you can soften the gaze. We're going to bring the right hand down to the side on the mat on the floor. And we're going to reach our left arm all the way up and over. Inhale and exhale. Get a nice stretch. You can do a little twist here with the ribs as well if that feels good, and open to the sky. Really nice. And then the other side, so plant the left hand down, sweep the right arm all the way up and over. Maybe open to the sky, twist to the ground, or do one more on each side. So just inhale up, exhale over. And the other side, inhale up and exhale over. Really nice. We're going to bring both arms up towards the sky. Imagine you're holding a big pumpkin. And then we're going to bring our right hands down to our left knee. You had to really think about that then for a second. And maybe you're just going to have your hand nice and soft. Maybe you're going to flex the hand out, reach up, 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 up with the left, and then gently just bring it back to the ground. Keeping it nice and easy here. If you're having any issues, I was having really bad stomach acid reflux for quite a few months, end of last year, beginning of this year. So you might want to avoid the twists and you could just keep going with the side to side stretches if that feels good. Okay, gently draw the belly button towards the back of the spine, lift up nice and tall, inhale and exhale, relax, let the chin come towards the back of the room. And then gently release, bring the hands all the way up, nice and slow release today. And then the opposite side, so nice and slow. Big inhale, nice tall, long spine, find that length. Exhale, draw the belly button towards the back of the spine. Gaze over that shoulder. Just ringing out the day so far. Really, really nice. And then bring it back towards the middle. And now we're going to just gently stand up. So we've done our little spinal awakening. So we're just going to come now to a standing mountain pose. Really nice. Okay, got some new trousers on and they're all flary. Feel like a tree. Okay, and we're just going to rock back and forth. I'll just try and lift my trousers actually so you can see. Just rock back and forth a little bit on the toes. Spread the toes. Lace them down. Really nice. Nice. Just lift from the pelvis up. Nice long spine. I might sneeze in a second. Sorry, folks. Roll the shoulders back and down and just take a moment here. Just grounding into mountain pose. Taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Or mouth if you're finding the change in seasons giving you the sniffles. And just allow yourself to become nice and grounded here. And we're going to picture our beautiful castle again in our mind's eye. And we're going to picture a beautiful sunrise, sunset, moonrise in a moment. Okay. We're going to come to the front of our mats, top of our mats. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in and we're going to sweep our arms all the way up as if we're cradling the sun. Imagine that sunrise, really beautiful. And then we're going to bring our hands down towards our side, kind of like aeroplane arms, as we imagine that sunrise falling into a sunset as we come into a flat back here. Big breath in through the nose and then out. Exhale as we fold down. We're going to bend the knees really nicely here just to take a moment and maybe just pedal out the knees a little bit here as well. Take your time. Really, really nice. And then I like to imagine there's a big, beautiful moon, a full moon balancing on my back. And I might just take the tips of my fingers to the mat and just lift my chin. As I inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, soften the knees. And bring the arms all the way up again for that sunrise. Really, really nice. Excellent. Sweep the arms around the back like an aeroplane arm as you imagine the sun setting. Big inhale. Exhale. Imagine that big, beautiful moon balancing on your back. Bend the knees generously if you need to. And inhale, fingertips come to the mat. Chin comes up a little bit here, nice long back. Beautiful. And really nice. And then we're going to inhale, sunrise one more time. Exhale. Come to the ground. Inhale. And let's bring the hands to heart center. Sorry, we're going to step back into our warrior two. So we're going to keep the front foot facing forwards. Back foot is going to come parallel. We're going to bring the arms all the way up and over. Might need to play around with the stance a little bit. Oh, I'm clicking a bit here. And I like to just flip the palms and then bring them back down just to soften the shoulders. Nice bend in that front knee. And imagine past your front hand, gazing into the distance at your beautiful castle. Maybe it's surrounded by a moat. In my head, I've got the sun on one side and the moon on the other side. And we're going to inhale, reach forwards towards our castle, and then exhale, up and over. Really nice. Reverse warrior. Beautiful. And we're going to swing the hand down, bring the elbow to that front knee nice and gently. You're going to bring the left arm up and then bring it over. We're not here for very long. Really nice. Exhale to bring it down, frame that front foot, coming more into a lunge position. Front knee over front ankle. And then we're going to bring it to a little gentle twist. So bring the right arm up into the sky. Really nice. Bring that hand down. Oh, I hope you can hear me clicking. And then we're going to step it back into our downward facing dog. Pedal it out here. Really nice. And we're going to reverse it. So we're going to lift the left leg forwards. You can tell it's been a while since I've taught a yoga class because I'm struggling with my left and my right. And we're going to bring it all the way up. And then again, open into warrior two. Okay. So this time the left knee is bent, facing forwards. And our hands are flat. We're going to reverse the palms up to the sky and bring them back down again. I feel like I'm so unfit right now. I'm just struggling to like talk and teach a slow flow at the same time. It's been a while. Okay, I'm a bit bunged up. Sorry if I sound snotty and gross. Okay, so we're imagining, bending that front knee, we're imagining our beautiful castle in front of us and we're reaching towards our castle and then up and over. Really nice, nice long side stretch here in the body. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the left arm to the left knee, reaching that right arm up and then over. Beautiful stretch here as well. And then bring it all the way down. Frame that front foot. Plant the right hand this time. Bring the left arm up. Ah, to the sky. Enjoy that twist. Really nice. We're going to bring it into our downward facing dog. And I'm just checking to see what I wrote next. Beautiful. Oh yeah, here we go. Lovely. So, going to come into our downward facing dog. Really nice. We're going to step the right leg forwards and we're going to bring the back knee down. Okay. Being nice and supportive, remembering front knee over front ankle. And we're going to open up the arms into a nice crescent moon shape, cradling, holding our moon again. And then I'm just going to bring my right hip just back slightly. You can also play around with the distance here if you want more of a lower lunge. You can play around with that here, or you might want to bring it up a little bit. So have a little play today. Find what your body's craving. Really nice. And we're going to bring the arms up. Inhale, exhale, open them again. Inhale up, exhale. One more time. Inhale up, draw the belly button in towards the back of the spine, and exhale. Really nice. Bring the hands down, and we're just going to have a little runner's lunge. I always like to just do a little wiggle of the old hips, a little wiggly butt, if you will. A nice little stretch here. And then we're just going to gently swap sides and repeat the same again. Really nice. So front knee over front ankle, sweeping it all the way up. Again, finding where you want your low lunge to be today. If you want it really low, or if you want to keep it with a slight lift in the pelvis. That feels good for me today. I feel like a nice quad stretch there. Take a few deep breaths with your crescent moon. Really nice. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open. Inhale, try and keep your balance. If you want to add a layer to this, close your eyes. Just try and keep that balance. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful, bring it down. Pull it back nice and gently. I like to keep a little micro bend in that front knee as I do the old wiggly butt. Really nice. Okay, then we're gonna come back. And here's where you might want your bolster. I'm gonna use it because every now and again I do get a bit of a tight lower back / piriformis / sciatica flare up. So I'm gonna use this today. Again, when I had the acid reflux, I rarely did forward folds, but on the odd occasion where I felt like I really craved one, I would keep my feet really wide and I would just keep it very, very gentle. But I'm just saying that because those are a couple of things that I've had some experience with over this past year or so. Okay, so we're just going to do a gentle forward fold. So if you want to have a little bolster under the knee, you can. If you want to keep it super without the bolster, just super stretched and flexed, then you can. Feeling a bit more relaxed today. So we're just going to inhale, bring the arms up, and then up and over, remembering our little sunrise to sunset from the beginning. And just taking a breath here or two. And maybe just taking a moment to set your intention for the month ahead. My intention is really just to keep it super simple. If you've been with me for a few years now, probably nearly, it's been at least 8 years, you'll know that I've started a Yogatober a couple of times. And I haven't always really finished them because I've gotten a bit overwhelmed. And also I didn't know I had ADHD at the time. So I'm going to give myself some grace and forgiveness. But this time I really thought about how I can keep it simple and short and have just like a 15-minute slot to carve out of my day. And that feels really good for me. So hoping it will feel good for you as well. Beautiful. Okay, really nice. And then we're just going to gently come up. And here's where you might want to have your little blanket or a pillow. Or, oh, actually, I could use my pillow, couldn't I? I forgot I had that there. Excelente. And yeah, we're just going to come into Shavasana. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to lie here together for a minute. You can, if you've got a painful back, lower painful back, you can keep the bolster there. Just a handy tip. Or if not, just make sure you lift your hips and really snuggle that lower back down to the ground. Really nice. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths here. You can have your hands down flat or on your womb space, on your belly, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. That's my favorite. And just closing our eyes, just letting the energy settle today. Really nice. And what I'm going to do with all of these practices this month is just to play a little bit of music at the end for you. So if you want to lie here for a bit longer, then you can. I'll keep a couple of minutes going. And as I'm recording and sharing these, please let me know if you want, an extra 5 minutes or something at the end for Shavasana. Let me know and I can extend the ending. Trying to keep the videos to about 15 minutes, because for me, 15 to 20 minutes, especially if I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, is like enough. If I see a video is longer, sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't handle that today. So I'm trying to, obviously not everyone thinks like me, but if you're a bit of an ADHD, overwhelm, anxiety, riddled human. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. Take a moment here. And if you have some time today to spend here, you can always redo this video, or you can just lie here for as long as it feels good. Otherwise, we're going to bring our hands up to the third eye. I want to just say a huge thank you for joining me today on the mat and for this journey ahead. I'm really excited. If you want to give me or share your intention in the comments below, then please do. And thank you very much for carving out the time, and maybe just say a little thank you to yourselves as well. Hopefully you can take a bit of peace into the next part of your day or your night. Let's just take a big breath in together. Exhale. Maybe sigh it out. One more time. Namaste.